All right. What's up, game players? It is me again, Kiaun Mitchell. Man, we're keeping the ball rolling. Now, this time we're going to go into Nintendo's E3. Man, I don't even know if you can call it a presentation, but you know, what do they call it? The treehouse or whatever. Nintendo's E3 plans. Let's put it that way. Now, I want to let you guys know I came in about 3 minutes late. So if this was not the first game shown, then forgive me, okay? I'm a little off. But the first game that they showed, and this one is not going to be that long. I'm thinking about combining this one with the Bethesda reveal as well. But we'll see how it goes. But up first was an RPG game that so many people are familiar with. It's Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And the good thing about this is it comes out this September. So that's a really, really good thing from Nintendo. I'm very happy to hear that for people that are into the Xenoblade Chronicles, lore. Congratulations, it's coming out, man. After that, up next was a pretty big one for many, many people. Pokemon is definitely coming to the Switch, and they even did one better. They have this thing called a Pokeball, which you can actually take one Pokemon literally off of the screen and put it into the Pokeball and then have it arrive on another screen. So you can basically, in essence, take your Pokemon with you wherever you go. Now the games as well as the Pokeball will be out November 16th, which for people that are into Pokemon, I'm sure this is huge. It's going to be some kind of integration with Pokemon Go on this game. So, I mean, congratulations. You guys are finally going to get a console, as it were, version of Pokemon for the first time outside of I think the one on the N64, which was kind of a photo Pokemon or something like that. I don't know. I'm not a Pokemon aficionado at all. I never got into the franchise or the series. Really wasn't my thing. But congratulations to the people out there who will be getting it. It's great, man. It's great news. I really don't have much of an opinion on this. So with that, we're gonna move on. Up next was Super Mario Party on the Switch, and the game does look like it's going to be a lot of fun. Once again, see, this is the thing, man. Look, it's one thing about me, man. I can't fake excitement. I can't do it. And right now, it's in the gaming news, and it's Nintendo. They are a pillar of the gaming community, of this gaming. Dang, man, they are a pillar, man. They are the OGs of this, man. They are like the oldest gaming company still around. And I tell you, man, see, my problem is I'm so out of the loop with Nintendo. I feel like I should not even be going over their E3 conference because I don't think I'm going to do it any good because I'm just not excited. They didn't show I'm jumping the gun already. You know what? We're going to get through this, and I apologize to the Nintendo fans out there. Jeremy, brother, I'm sorry, man. I am, brother. I can't fake excitement for something that I'm just not excited about, man. But anyway, after that, Super Mario Party was shown. It'll be out October 5th. The next game that was shown was another Fire Emblem game, and it's a RPG. And I gotta say, these games look good, man. They really look good to be on the Nintendo Switch, to be able to play these kind of games with the quality that they actually have. They really look good. And I gotta tell you, my Switch is still in the box, man. I never got the Mario game. I never got Zelda. I've been busy with the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, and then work hit, and I just haven't had a desire to open the Switch. It's literally in the box, and I'm so appreciative of it. It's just I haven't used it. So, I mean, I'm being biased here, and I know I'm being biased, and that's why I feel bad even reporting on this, because this is not to be a downer. Nintendo guys, I know you guys saw something that you want. So let me kind of try to lighten the mood a little bit. But anyway, Fire Emblem is going to come out in spring of 2019. After that was shown, Fortnite, which is actually, now that's great news. Fortnite was shown off, and that is actually going to come out, today. It's actually available today, Pacific time, 10 o'clock Pacific time, which I believe by now it should definitely be up and running. So that's great. You guys can play that online. It's multiplayer. It looks great. It looks just like the other console version. So that is excellent. I mean, I'm very happy to see that they were able to acquire this game that has been getting so much buzz and so many people enjoy. So finally, Switch owners, this is another one that's coming to you guys. So after that, they showed off Overcooked 2. Now, this is going to be coming out on August 2nd of this year. And once again, I give a lot of credit to Nintendo because they are bringing out games all year long, I should say. And I remember with the Wii U, that was a problem. They weren't able to get those yearly releases of games. They were solely depending on their first party studios for 80% of the releases. I mean, maybe not in the beginning, but as time went on and the Wii U kind of slowed down with the sales, they weren't getting that third party support. So, and it wasn't making it beneficial for Nintendo fans because they had big gaps in between. Now, I'm not sure who actually makes, Overcooked, the Overcooked series, but I don't know if that's in-house with Nintendo or not, but I have heard great things about it, so I'm really excited for those people that, are ready to get into some more Overcooked. So August 2nd, another great one will be coming out. Now, the next game shown was Killer Queen Black, which actually is an indie game. It's one of their indie games that they're bringing to the Switch. It was more of a pixelated looking game, more of an old school looking game in the vein of maybe from the Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo era, somewhere around in there. It looked interesting, looked like something that I'm sure oh shucks. Man, look, I'm sure some gamers out there, they're gonna love it. They're gonna be appreciative of it, and I'm sure it's gonna do well. So after that was shown, next up was Hollow Knight, which is available today. And this game will also include all of the DLC that was released prior. Now, this game actually does look pretty cool. I believe this has been on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. So to see Nintendo being able to get these games, I think that's a very good thing. And them including the DLC with the game is even better, and it's available today. So go ahead and pick that up and enjoy yourself. It looks like a really cool indie game. It looks kind of like a platformer. So, go ahead out there and check it out, man. But after that, now this game was cool because I remember seeing this at the Square Enix conference. A game called Octopath Traveler. Now that's actually going to be a Nintendo Switch exclusive, and that's another RPG, and that's going to be coming out, what is it? Let me see. It's going to be coming out later on this month. So that is great news, man. That actually looked really good. It's in the vein again of, that Super Nintendo era, Secret of Mana, or what's the other big one that we always talk about this, on the Super Nintendo with Mother and all of the, I can't think of the, what was it? Earthbound, I think that's the name of it. But if I'm wrong, my bad. But, after they showed that, up next, it was a montage, man. I mean, this montage was going 100 miles a minute. It was just going. So in the montage, I was able to see that Dragon Ball Fighter Z is coming to the Nintendo Switch. That is excellent news, man. Fantastic to see Nintendo getting another fighter like that from Namco Bandai. Great pickup, and that's fantastic. The other game that I saw was Ark Survival is coming to the Switch, which is really cool. Now, I want to preference this by saying I don't know when any of these games will be released, but they are coming. They're coming down the pipe. So after that, they showed off a Nintendo, man, what used to be a exclusive, Monster Hunter Generations. That was another game that was shown, and quite a few more that were in that montage. So they wrapped that up, and that was pretty cool. I mean, I saw some nice games in there. Like I said, Dragon Ball Z and, a few other ones that caught my eye. But then after that, next up was a huge game for Nintendo fans, for the core fans of Nintendo. This one was huge. Okay. Now, the next game that was shown was Super Smash Brothers. Now, I didn't catch all of the characters. I mean, they did a deep dive into all of these characters. Some characters have like 3 and 4 different variations of the same character. They have some characters that they call, I believe, shadow characters. It was a barrage of all kinds of information. But what I did find out at the end of it all, you're looking at being able to play as at least 63 characters. 63. They said that this is the biggest crossover in gaming history. And I believe it, because they pulled from the Donkey Kong franchise, Pokemon franchise, Pac-Man is in there. What's the new Nintendo IP? Splatoon. Those characters are in there. Solid Snake is in there. I mean, they pulled so many characters from so many various other IPs. It is insane. They said that this is the biggest roster that they have ever had. And my goodness, for the big Super Smash Brothers fan, I don't know how you can't be excited about this. I mean, it looks great. The finishers look fantastic. Graphically, it looks really impressive. I just think that if you are a fan of the Super Smash franchise, you're just gonna eat this up like bacon, man. Eat it up like frickin' bacon on a stick. Now, the other good news about this, they actually had 3 other announcements that I thought were really, really good announcements. First, they were saying that the GameCube controller, it will be compatible with this game. Now, I want to preference that by saying I believe they said it has to be a GameCube compatible controller. Now, I don't know if that means you can't use all of your original GameCube controllers with the system. I don't know yet. They didn't really go into detail, but that was something they said. Outside of that, some other good news was that you'll be able to use your amiibos, all of your amiibos, with this game, which is excellent as well, because I know a lot of people bought them during the Wii U era, and, a lot of people collected them and really thoroughly enjoyed them, and I thought that was great for people that, they got joy out of it. That's awesome. So I think it's even better that you can take those same amiibos that you spent your hard-earned money on and be able to use them on a game on the Switch. So the last thing that I thought was very, very cool is this game is going to be available this year, which is absolutely phenomenal. It's going to be available December 7th of this year. So, I mean, that's fantastic news, man. I don't know how, well, for me, okay. All right. I mean, that's fantastic news. Most of the conference was solely on Super Smash Brothers. That was the laser beam focus. And of course, it's still going on right now. E3 has officially started today. We'll be seeing a lot more demos, a lot more games will be coming out with the gameplay. I'm hoping Cyberpunk shows up somewhere in the mix, but I'm saying all of that to say that I might be jumping the gun a little bit as far as what I'm about to say about Nintendo. I mean, maybe it's there, but I didn't see it. And the letdown for me for Nintendo was I was hoping to see the Metroid 4 game, Metroid Prime 4, but they didn't show it off. I'm a little let down by that. I was even hoping that they would possibly make the 3DS version available on the Switch because they're both what do you call it? I can't think of the name of it. You can carry them both. Shoot, I can't think of the name of it. But, yeah, I was hoping that they would have done that they would have, brought it out on the Switch. Even if the graphics didn't change much, I thought maybe it would have been a nice, something that tied us over until Metroid Prime 4 came down the pipe. But handheld, God dog, that's what I was trying to say. They're both handheld systems, and it would have been nice to see. So that was a big letdown for me. But you know, what can you do, man? Nintendo, they're doing what Nintendo does for their fan base. I'm not 100% their fan base anymore, to be fair. So in no way am I trying to discredit what Nintendo put on today. They still have a lot more announcements because, like I said, they just wrapped up not the pre-E3, but the E3 presentation, and now they're getting into the deep dive of the game. So I think it was okay, man. I'm not gonna grade Nintendo. I'm absolutely not going to give them a grade because it's not fair. It's not my preferred console. I'm not their preferred demographic. You know, well, I'm not. They're not catering to me because I'm not their demographic. So it's not fair for me to put a score on what they did. However, I think that most Nintendo fans would be happy with what they were able to, well, what Nintendo showed off today. I can't even talk. But that'll pretty much wrap it up for the Nintendo section of this part of the podcast. I guess I'll just throw this up. Hopefully, you guys will listen to it. This is very, very short, and there's really no need of going into any more detail with Nintendo. Well, you know what? This is so short. Yeah, I'll go ahead and record another one because you might not want to hear 2 in 1. So we'll go ahead and wrap this up, man. I was your host, Kiaun Mitchell, and as always, you know, if you want to tune in and listen to some previously recorded podcasts or the podcast, whatever, do what you do, man. Go ahead and look it up. iTunes, SoundCloud, Audio Mac, all of the good places. But I'm out of here, man. Until the next one. Bye-bye.